Today's feeding is all about new flavors, fresh bedding, even worms deserve a little bit of variety.
Welcome back. Time to check in on Worm Bin 1 again. This was the original worm bin. Started with 2 pounds, approximately 2,000 worms from Mimi's Worms. Great interaction with Mimi. Thank you again, Mimi. We'll see what we're going on in here. Oh, look at that. We got wormies all over the place. Love seeing the wormies. They're not going to love the light so much. Some nice big ones there. That's a nice big breeder there. He's got that little clitellum there. And then there's a couple smaller ones. This one's good size. All right, very cool. All right, let's see what's underneath. Oh, look at all the wormies everywhere. Wormies, wormies, wormies everywhere. Okay, now let's see. How have they been doing on their food? Well, we still have a leaf there. And that's a tea bag. Either way, they're going to get fed today. No matter how much food they do or do not have, they're gonna get themselves some goodies. And they still have some leaves in here, so that'll be good for them. We're gonna get them some pumpkin. First time I've given my worms pumpkin, but I understand to worms it's quite the delicacy. And they like their pumpkins. Looking nice, looking really, really, really good. A lot of the leaves have gone. Still got some stem in here. Working on those. Didn't expect that to go overnight. That's definitely going to be a long-term food. Did some calculations today. I should be, between the two bins, I more than likely have about 7,000 worms, give or take, right now. From when I bought them, like I said, was 2,000. So we're growing slowly. Did start another small bin. I'll do a video on that sometime. Not really much of anything. It's just a tiny bin. I'll explain more about that in that time. Okay. I think we've seen everything we need to see and mixed everything up really good. I think it's time for some food. Then again, we're going to go with some pumpkin, among other things. Absolutely looking good, smelling good. All right, what we got here in this jug here is tore up egg carton. Again, as I've said several times, I like to give different things. So instead of my normal shred, this is just tore up egg carton, anything of that fiber type stuff, things made of that. That around here we have the little coffee caddies that you get from your local coffee shop, and when we tear those up. Well, we got a couple here. Hold on. And that's the type of egg cartons, that fibrous type of egg carton. And then this is one of the coffee carriers. That same fiber stuff. I throw those in at different times. Now we'll put all the old food back in there on the bottom, because the new food will drip down on top of it and make it even more appealing, so they eat it a little faster. Gets them interested in it a little more, I think. I could be wrong. I am not a worm expert. Don't try to be. Just a guy who enjoys worms and he's growing things. Okay. I'll dump all that in there. And make sure all the wormies go with it. Let's go get them a feeding. We'll be right back. Okay, we got a nice feeding for them. 15.89 ounces. Mostly all last year's pumpkin innards. But we do have some watermelon that my wife just got a few days ago. It's all frozen. I feed everything frozen unless it's just the chow, which I do feed them chow every now and then. It depends on my goals at the time and so on and so forth. Okay, that's a nice feeding for them. Let's get them some fresh grit. And this is just my grit mix, which is multiple things. Egg shells and oyster shell ground up, and some sand and some azomite. And I think that's about it for now. I mean, next and match backs might be different. All right. I think that's another check-in done for. The worms are looking happy, happy, happy. And hope you all enjoyed watching. My wife can't understand why people would want to watch. And I tell her, there's these weird worm people that like watching people play with worms. And I'm one of them. Watch a lot of you guys. And Captain Matt and the likes. Mimi. Brain's not allowing me to remember any other ones at the moment. Sorry. There's so many great people with worms that do worms. I watch all that I can. All right, and they're all tucked in for tonight. Got their no feeding. Everything looked great. So, we'll tuck them in. And for now, this is another check-in and feeding. Done. See y'all next time. Thanks for looking in.